Shalom family, this is Day that the Most High has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. In this video, I'm going to be exposing the fast food restaurants for what they are, as satanic altars and food places that are backed by other spirits and demons. So what they use is sigil magic, and that is what they use to make their logos, to make you keep coming back, and also to project certain things into your subconscious to make you want to crave those certain things. Sigil magic is very powerful in witchcraft. It is done by putting symbols and signs together to get things for your gain, such as success or money or finances or whatever you're trying to get. But for the fast food places, they want you to be fat on food, and especially food made by demonic devils. So they use sacrificial ham. Yeshua HaMashiach, the Messiah's true Hebrew name, they take the ham out of HaMashiach to make mockery and to also keep him as a sacrifice and not as a king. So they take the ham out of that for hamburgers. So first we're going to get to Burger King. We know that the Messiah is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and they make mockery with the Burger King, making him the king, and also the burger with mockery of the ham, HaMashiach, the anointed one. In the second coming, his name is Kara Lewis, and so it's going to be a lot of Kara references as well, and Lewis made in mockery as well. And so I just want to put that in here. This is not your Burger King. You cannot have it as your way. They want to do as you will. I know we're given free will, but still they want you to follow Satan's kingdom, not the Messiah's kingdom. And Jack in the Box. So Jacob is also short for Jacob, and we know the 12 tribes of Jacob, and the Messiah comes out of the line of Judah, and so they want to keep him in a box, keep him small. That's why they have Jack in a Box, and that's also why they have it as a clown, because they make the Messiah the clown. They do that with a lot with McDonald's, Jack in the Box, and also another food place making mockery of the Messiah and making him like a clown. And then also Jack in the Box was eaten off of his flesh as a sacrifice, not for life, not for living. So Jack and Jacob are the same basically. And then we have Starbucks, which is very addicting because it is a siren spirit behind the Starbucks. It is a siren demon. Sometimes it's the Queen of the Coast, Mama Water, but it is over the rivers, the waters, the lakes, and also coffee, because it's very addicting. And it's also something that you use in ancestor worship to connect to your ancestors or connect to certain demons. They love to drink coffee. I don't know if it's because it comes from the ground or because there's some type of essence in it, but I remember us always having the coffee on the altar, and I just want to show like their different buildings and stuff and how much money they're making off us and why it's so addicting, because sirens lure you in, they're seductive. And then Wendy's with the hamburger as well. And I always wonder what was like the truth behind Wendy's, because I always would think like the character was kind of weird. I know they said that he made it from his daughter, but really a lot of these places are made by Masons, and the truth of it is that Lucifer or Satan is the prince of the air. So Wendy's, and then they have the mom around the neck. Mom is for Masons. They say that the sun is the father and the moon is the mother, and so a lot of the Masons, they worship the moon, so they say they worship the mother. That's why they have the Wendy's and the moms. And we had Wendy's over there with the throwing up the horns, the devil things. And the devil can be, or Satan can be, he's androgynous, so it could be male and female. Is also, you know, bringing in the moon worship and the sun worship. And then also just want to put in there that they said that Wendy's was exposed for having horse meat. Messiah is really connected to the horses and 4 horsemen, and also just other scriptures that there is of horses, and also being the cowboy. And then McDonald's, the M on the McDonald's is mockery of the heaven gates. It is mockery of the arch. And then we have Ronald McDonald's as acting as Messiah, and behind a brick wall. The brick, whenever you see the brick behind the wall, that is a Masonic sign, and just, you know, tricking the children and being a clown and everything like that. And then we have the meat right here that I don't even think that's real meat, to be honest with you. Like there's been stuff that came out that said it's human meat, but a lot of people fact checked that and said no, that's not true, but it is some type of pink slime. We know that and just very questionable food. But it's all like things put into it, chemicals and the different spirits that's operating behind it, and the blasphemy that's in it, that's making you come back, makes you want more, makes you get obese. And then Cheesecake Factory is a literal temple, like a satanic occultic temple. They got the checkerboard floors. They actually have altars in here. You see this eye? This is the eye of Sauron that's in the Lord of the Rings. They got it in Cheesecake Factory, the all-seeing eye, so watching you eat. And not only that, they got Jezebel sitting up there on the wall watching you eat from the table of Jezebel as you eating, because you're eating the food that's made in these altars, in these temples. And then we got Panera, which is the goddess right here holding a baby, mockery of the Messiah, who is the bread of life. And then in the bread is 666. And also just it's just showing other type of worship going on, the worship of the Antichrist. And Panera is 2 words in there. You got Pan, which is a demon god of sex and love, and also another sign of the Baphomet. And then you got Era, so it's like it's showing it's like it's Pan Era. And also this was the spirit that was over the pandemic, and they're talking about should when manifesting, like we already know what Panera is on. And even it was created by we got Greek goddess right here. We got a lot of new age words and everything like that. And so it was mockery of the Messiah, being the bread of life, promoting the Antichrist. And it was even created by the fake Jews, or the fake Jewish. So that's some things to be aware of. And then Taco Bell. Bell is actually a demon that a lot of the people in the Bible kept going to worship, which is another form of Satan, another form of the Baphomet, a Bell, of children sacrifice, of sex sacrifice, and everything. These like all they buildings be looking like temples, be looking like castles, be looking like churches in of themselves. And this is once again Bell. Bell is like they also have the Lord of the Flies, Beelzebub, which is another form of the Bell. And then this is the meat. I used to work at Taco Bell, and we literally would pull this meat out of the freezer and just drop it in water. We don't know what's in it, but like Bell was like the god of child sacrifice. This is the bell on his head that they get the bell from. And then they selling food and selling meat. And then we got churches. We should all know about the churches, because the Most High established a church, and he says that our bodies are churches. And he says that no, he does not dwell in churches made by man's hands. And so they got the actual church right here with the star on top, with the witchcraft star, okay, just clear in front of our faces, you know, just showing like who their allegiance is to. And that right here, I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So of course they're going to make like their counter church, and then something with food, you know.
And do you wish to be transformed into a 2-dimensional character with yellow skin?
We have here what appears to be an alien invasion.
But really it's just gonna be fallen angels and demons trying to take over. We got Jack in the Box, the mockery of Jack being bondaged. And right here they showing clearly like the incubus and succubus, the mermaid spirits that are working within
our symbol,
Starbucks, and how seductive they are.
A muse.
Got the moon right there with the moon masons, the different stars,
until it defines us. After all,
the worship of the goddess, the worship of the mermaids, the water marine spirits. And if you look in the back, you can see lightning. And he said that Lucifer fell from lightning. And also the Statue of Liberty is another form of Lucifer. And then Wendy's being the prince of the air, and she's falling. It's like the prophecy of him falling. And then this is just straight up blasphemy. Straight up blasphemy. Like I said before, the clowns being a mockery, and him being on the cross when he was hung on a tree. There's different psyops and crisis actors and a whole lot of things just to cause confusion.
Not just bread.
Panera, mockery,
it's much more than that. It is life. And while you may not hear bread talk, it still speaks. Listen hard enough, and you will hear it sing as it comes to be.
crazy in this one. It was having a picnic, and you know what the truth behind picnic. Yep.
Sticky.
And then he gets the ball, which is Wilson, and Wilson is short for William, which is the will of I Am. We know the Most High.